Good morning, everybody. On this Wednesday, February 9th, I'm Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Well, welcome in on this Wednesday morning. We've good morning going for us, a mainly clear sky. Things are looking good here at the home place as we look outside. It's a frosty morning as temperatures got down into the upper 20s and low 30s. We're seeing a mainly clear sky, though, here in Kentucky. And, and that you'll need to have some time to get your vehicle warmed up and scraped off this morning. There's plenty of ice and frost and stuff out there this morning. You can see it all over the rooftops and on the car tops and the grass. It's all out there this morning. The satellite, not bad. We've got, there we go. We've got some clouds that are trying to move in from our west. These are clouds out ahead of a storm system that is going to move in here as we through the next few days. But overall, pretty quiet. Ford are still in control of our weather, so we're not anything except it's going to be warm. Center of high pressure is just off to our north and east. So the flow is going to go northeast to southwest and then back up into southern Kentucky. There's another high pressure to the south and west of us that is also going to push warmer air our direction. So I think overall, we're going to be a little bit warmer today than yesterday. We only reached 52. The day before yesterday, Monday, we hit a high of 64. So we went 64, 52 yesterday. We're going to go back into the 60s today. Some of this cloud cover that's back west of us will start to try to move across the area today, just mainly upper clouds, high clouds, but it's not going to bring us any rain, not yet. There will be a lot of rain that goes on back into the Central Plains, which I'll show you a little bit more in detail here in just a few minutes. All right. So there's your view of the satellite this morning and how things are going there. Back here at home. Oh, there we go. Pretty quiet. This morning, we don't have a whole lot going on because it's just pretty sinks to high pressure. It is chilly this morning. You're going to find uh, the weather being on the we go 4 hours. Let's take a look at some of the temperatures this morning, courtesy of the Kentucky Mesonet Network. If I can get this thing to work like it's supposed to this morning, it, it's maybe it's frozen up too, or it's actually wants to freeze up. Here we Kentucky Mesonet showing. I promise. There we go. We've got 20s and 30s. Everybody starting in the there's some low 20s. Look at that. Down in the usual suspect area, Burkesville, down along the Cumberland River, it's 20 degrees. Well, 20.7 rounded up to 21. Then 23 in Albany, and 24 in Tompkinsville. Whoo! But it's 30 in Metcalfe County near Edmonton. We've got 29s here in Bowling Green at both stations. You've got 23 over in Russellville, 24 in Elkton, 25 up in Muhlenberg County at Greenville. Chilly. So it is a frosty start to the morning. It is going to be a warmer day, though, believe it or not, even though it is rather chilly on this Tuesday or Wednesday morning. Okay, let's check the numbers. Let's go to the blender. I'll show you what's going on there. And I know a lot of you have been talking about the chillier air coming. But you know what? It's still at this point trending warmer than what it looked like only a few days ago. And I'm talking the long term here into next week. So we go from a very spring like regime of 60s, which includes today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. Then we start to cool it down a bit on Sunday, but really next week, upper 40s to low 50s. That's still pretty normal for this time of the year. The normal high 49, it'll soon go to 50 during this 10-day stretch. So with the average high being 49 to 50, we're not too far off the mark, even though it's going to be cooler. But you got to remember this week and the last few days have been abnormally or unseasonably warm. And therefore, uh, it's going to seem like it's much colder, and it's not really cold, it's just cooler. Uh, and I don't see a whole lot of change in that. I mean, we're starting to get to that window where the short term models meet up with the long term models, and they start to kind of they're either going to congeal, they're going to come together, or they're going to diverse, or they're going to diverge in different directions. Once the global models and the short term, more regional models catch up, the higher resolution models catch up with the global models, then we start to see where things are going to come together. And I mean, so far, right now, it looks like everything is just going to stay pretty quiet and not cold, but cooler. I know at first it looked like it was just going to be all cold, but it looks like now it's just going to be cooler next week. Here's the map featured this morning. High pressure dominating. Again, another great looking day full of sunshine. Once we get past this frosty start, we'll get into the low 60s. Here comes the system out of the plains and the Rockies. Big system that's going to produce more snow and rain and wind, too. Our winds are going to pick up tomorrow, especially. As high pressure moves east, we get the warmer flow from the south out ahead of this deeper low pressure system. You know, here's high pressure at 1028 millibars, pretty strong. But then you have low pressure here at 994 millibars. You see the difference 1028, 994. There's a 990. That northern most low is the strongest. Then you have low pressure systems weaker down across the Rio Grande Valley. So all this is going to work together to bring us the rain over the weekend, but it just doesn't appear it's going to be much. So we go, here's Friday, actually Thursday night, tomorrow night into Friday, showers. And there's not going to be much. We're talking about a tenth of an inch, maybe less. Once we get into Friday, we will have showers in the morning, then a break, followed by more showers, and the next impulse coming in for Friday night into Saturday. And then this front will begin to stall. And that's going to be where we pick up the better chance of rain, stalling out as it does, and ripples of low pressure right along the front. That's going to squeeze out a little bit more moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. And then it all just kind of trains right over us. Um, but we're not looking at, again, not a lot of rain out of this, even though the front will be stalled, somewhat speaking, quasi stationary, into Saturday, Sunday. We're just going to keep showers in the forecast. Low pressure system passes through. There is some colder air on the backside of this as we get into Monday. Will it be enough to throw down maybe a changeover or a mix? Maybe for somebody. Monday night into Tuesday morning. And then once we get past Tuesday, we get high pressure building in again. It will be that cooler air and things begin to settle down. But overall, it's not looking like this is going to be a huge deal At all other parts of the country, there's flooding, there's all kinds of storminess going on. There will be snowstorms and stuff going on. Relatively speaking, our part of the country is not going to see any of that. We'll get a taste, but that's the extent of it. The warm air that we're seeing right now or feeling back into the 60s today in the next few days, that's only going to last through Saturday. And then by Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, is when we start to feel that cooler air coming in and staying with us for all of next week, including Valentine's Day. It's going to get much cooler. All right, you guys, enjoy your Wednesday. Check me out on the radio if you want to listen to some classic hits of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. It's Sam 100.7 on your FM dial, or you can listen through the website on your device, bowlinggreensam.com. And of course, I'll have an update on all this weather coming up tonight at 5, 6, and 10 at WNKY News 40, the home of Super Bowl 58, our CBS 40 channel. In the meantime, have a great Wednesday and God bless.